Manx Radio Sport.
Short pass out to the right hand side. Trey Turner with a little bit of room to bring it forward a few yards. There's the ball in field. Looks to whip it round the back of the FC Salaman defence. Jamal Crawford wants to beat Jacob Crook for pace. He might do in the right edge of the box. Across to Sol Henderson. Abbey Hey are in front. It's a scintillating, swift and crisp manoeuvre to put the visitors in front inside 2 minutes. FC Salaman 0, Abbey Hey 1. It's released down the right hand side. Jamal Crawford around the back of Jacob Crook just burns his man for pace. Gets to the right edge of the box and he squares it. There's two blue shirts waiting. One of them is Sol Henderson, who had the easiest job of just tapping it into an empty net. FC Salaman 0, Abbey Hey 1 inside 2 minutes. What a start for the visitors, Darren.
Absolutely. We just spoke about the sign of intent from FC Salaman, but as soon as Abbey Hey got on the ball, they showed it as well, and they managed to put the ball in the back of the net.
Throw into FC Salaman. Crook to the edge of his box for Maitland. Crook looks down the left-hand side, turns away from the challenge of Crawford, lifts it over the top of the defence. Moses Yoke won't get there. Luke Booth will. He's in on the edge of the box. Luke Booth goes low for goal. Great save by Lawton down to his left. Flag had stayed down as well. The goalkeeper. Great save from Lawton. Lifted over the top of the defence. It was deft into the path of Luke Booth, who just peeled away from Moses Yoke. Yoke missed his header. And Luke Booth, with a little touch onto his left foot, dragged it across goal, and Lawton with fingertips tips it round the post, Darren.
It was close, but I think Booth kind of ruined the chance for himself there. I think he thought he was going to get a foul from the pull from Yoke, and he just kind of seemed to stumble and then realised he was still actually in on goal, and the shot just was a bit too weak.
Watson now for the hosts. Whitley steps away from Sanogo here. Bit of space down that right-hand side. Here is Whitley up against Yoke. He's beaten him for pace and gets to the right edge of the box. Whitley looks all the way to the back post there. Will Luke Booth keep it in? He does about just so. Back to Sean Doyle and in! And it's going to stand. FC Salaman 1, Abbey Hey 1. The Abbey Hey defence just seemed to fall asleep, thinking it had gone out of play. They're going to actually protest, I think, with the referee here, so that might not be the last of it, but as it stands, it's FC Salaman 1, Abbey Hey 1. It's all thanks to Steve Whitley on the right flank. He burst past both Sanogo and Yoke as well. Clipped it to the back post. Luke Booth managed to keep it in. Abbey Hey, I think, thought it had gone out. And as it lifted back across goal into Sean Doyle, who, from a couple of yards, Darren, just nodded into an empty net. We're all square.
He did, 1-1. I thought the ball did go out to play. It just seemed the Abbey Hey defenders just seemed to stop, but obviously you can't stop until the ref blows the whistle. From Steve Whitley's point of view, that's the first we've seen of him since the start of the game, and he did really well there to go past two players, get the ball into the back of the post, and Booth to head it back to Doyle to put it in the back of the net.
Indeed, it was the simplest of finishes, but it all owed to the work of Whitley on the right and Luke Booth to retrieve it. And Abbey Hey, they were pretty insistent that it had gone out of play, but the referee has already had a word with them and possibly with the linesman as well. The goal will stand. Adam Killier is back up, and it is going to be a free kick inside his own 6-yard box. He's urging his centre-backs further forward just past the half-hour mark. We're still all square here. FC Salaman 1, Abbey Hey 1 in what has been a pulsating first half, really. Abbey Hey stormed into the lead inside 2 minutes through Sol Henderson before Sean Doyle heading home from close range a few minutes ago to level things up. The two number 9s on target. Jacob Crook over the top of the defence. Flag stays down. Dean Pennington's in on goal here with his opportunity into the bottom corner. It's 2-1. FC Salaman completes a first half comeback. It's FC Salaman 2, Abbey Hey 1. Dean Pennington is on the end of it this time. Lifted over the top of the Abbey Hey defence. Moses Yoke is remonstrating with the referee, maybe feeling that there was an offside in there. The flag never came, and Dean Pennington, left edge of the box, just brought it down. 1-on-1 with goalkeeper Lawton advancing, slotted it into the goalkeeper's bottom left-hand corner, Darren.
That was fantastic. We spoke about FC Salaman getting a bit of a touch on this game, and they've added that crucial second from Abbey Hey again. We spoke about it a few minutes ago. They're switching off when they think a decision's gone against them. It was Sean Doyle that seemed to be the one offside, and he left the ball for Pennington to run on and put the ball in the back of the net.
It's not just the players as well. It looks like the Abbey Hey dugout isn't particularly happy as well. The referee's going to come and have a conversation, I think, with one of the linesmen here. So we're not quite sure what that is. Obviously, we can't hear that down in front of us where we are. And I think it's Simon Heaton. I think the Abbey Hey manager's also coming over here. So Darren, not sure maybe a couple of comments made on the touchline from somewhere.
Yeah, I think so. The Abbey Hey coach wasn't very best pleased with that decision, but I think it was a goal.
It's going to one of the coaching staff who's been red carded. So someone's been red carded here. And it's the Abbey Hey manager has been sent off. Simon Heaton. There's actually the coaches, Paul Phillips and Gary Phillips, who come over to speak to the referee, but the coach himself, Simon Heaton, is not particularly happy, and I don't think we need to be an expert interpreter to know some of the words that are coming out of his mouth. But the Abbey Hey manager has been sent from the field of play. Sean Doyle just couldn't quite time his run. And that is going to be the end to what has been an exhilarating first 45 minutes here in the NWCFL Premier Division. Half-time, FC Alaman 2, Abbey Hey 1. Joe Lawton's come out to the edge of his box to clear as far as Whitley. Heads up into the S. Sanogo wants to bring that down, heads in field to Clooney. Brings it down nicely. That's a nice ball over the top, looking for Henderson. Ryan Burns is there. Vital intercepting header there, otherwise the Abbey Hey striker was away. Sam Baines, overlapping with Jacob Cook on the left-hand side. He's charging forward up against Trey Turner here. Crook into the box. Doyle with the diving header. It's 3. Crisp counter-attack from FC Alaman, and it's the captain, the number 9, Sean Doyle, who doubles FC Alaman's advantage. FC Alaman 3, Abbey Hey 1. Jacob Crook with one of those surging runs down the left-hand side. Trey Turner couldn't close him down quickly enough. It's whipped in, outswinger into the 6-yard box, and Sean Doyle in at the near post, unmarked. Just watched it down. Diving header, and it's a bullet header past Joe Lawton into the back of the net. And FC Alaman have themselves a 2-goal advantage in this second half. Quick counter-attack and they've got their reward, Darren. FC Alaman 3, Abbey Hey 1.
It's what we were literally just talking about, Rob. If they work that ball so nicely on the left-hand side, and if they can stay onside, they can get a goal, and Sean Doyle's done exactly that. He watched the ball all the way and put it into the back of the net.
Rifles it back forward into the FC Alaman half. Crook with a clearing header into Creer. Doyle taken off his feet. Trey Turner goes flying in with a challenge there. There's a big reaction from that one on Trey Turner as he went in on Tom Creer. It's a straight red card. Abbey Hey are down to 10 men. Their manager was given their marching orders in the first half, and now Trey Turner, one of the standout players for Abbey Hey, possibly this evening, has been shown a straight red card here for a challenge on Tom Creer. Both of them seemed to go for the ball there, but there was an instant reaction, particularly from the FC Alaman players, Darren.
Yeah, he went in with both feet. I think he'll argue that he got the ball first, but you run the risk of getting sent off if you go in with both feet.
Just about to head into additional time at the end of the second half as it stands. Crawford trying to chase the loose pass out to the right. Danny Gerrard picks up the short ball from Adam Killier. Ball in field, Cal Watson with a little bit of space. Over the top of the defence into Steve Whitley. The flag has stayed down here. Whitley is in on goal on the right-hand side. This to truly seal it. Steve Whitley knocks it across. Doyle for the hat-trick. No, it's blocked on the line. Hattersley, I should have said. Hattersley it was who was in on goal. Cleared away. Abbey Hey, it all started with so much promise. They scored in the opening 2 minutes. It all just seemed to fade away as the game has gone on. They've lost their manager to a red card. They've lost one of their defenders, Trey Turner, to a red card in the second half. Plenty to think about for Abbey Hey going forward here. But it shouldn't take away from what has been a good run of form for them. But that's come to an end here, because FC Alaman have recorded a 4th straight victory, full time in the NWCFL Premier Division. FC Alaman 3, Abbey Hey 1.
Manx Radio Sport.